All right, number 11. It looks like they want us to write, let's read this. A taxi charges $20 flat fee for the first 5 miles. Even if it takes a rider 1 mile, the cost is $20. And after that, the additional miles cost $1.20 per mile. A trip that covers 7 miles will cost $22.40. Write a piecewise function for the cost of the cab ride and assume the miles will be whole numbers. So what's our first equation going to be? C of m equals,
Isn't it less than equal to or less than 5 would be 2?
you're talking about the domain already, right?
I think so.
M less than or equal to 5, right? It's just $20, right?
Yeah.
Do I need to adjust my domain at all? So if it's 2 miles, 2 is less than 5, right? $20, right? It's negative 7 miles, negative 7 is less than 5, right? Can we go negative 7 miles?
No.
So I'm going to ask you again, do we need to adjust our domain a little bit?
Yeah. Greater than 0. Oh, yeah, greater than 0.
How about we do this? Greater than or equal to 1. Can we go 0 miles? You're probably not going to
We thought you got
open the door on one side, slide over the seat, open the door on the other side, and give the guy $20, right? Probably not going to happen.
I'm gonna do that.
So at least a mile, right? So greater than or equal to 1, less than or equal to 5, the cost is $20. What's our next equation going to be? For miles greater than 5.
1.2x plus 20.
1.2 m plus 20, right?
Yeah.
And for this, we're going to say m greater than 5. Will that work? I could have put greater than or equal to 6.
They're both the same thing.
Same thing, right? Because we are assuming the miles will be whole numbers. Any questions on number 11? Yes, sir.
I got 1.2, and then in parentheses, x minus 5 plus 20.
Good point. Everybody understand that?
No.
Well, what's your domain?
For with just that equation?
Yeah, for the second
It's the
equation.
same thing, like,
Same thing?
yeah, x is greater than 5, and then for the first one,
Okay, so read your equation again. Y'all listen to this.
1.20, and then in parentheses, x minus 5 plus 20.
X minus. So this is what he got. 1.2 x minus 5 plus 20. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's plug in the test value they give us. They said 7 miles is equal to $22.40, right? So let's plug it in the equation we came up with and see what happens. 7 times $1.20 is $8.40. Yes? Plus 20 gives us what? 28.4, right? And how much is it supposed to cost? $22.40. So what do we do? In our equation, what are we doing? We're charging $1.20 for those first 7 miles, aren't we?
Oh.
Right?
You actually looked on $1.20 for the second, like, off.
We're not supposed to start charging until that 6th mile, right? So look at Eric's equation. If we plug in 7 here, how many miles are we charging the $1.20 for? Just 2 miles, right?
22.
So that's $2.40, $22.40.
Good job.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like subtracting the first 5 miles.
You can't charge for that first 5 miles.
So you basically just take, you multiply it and take it out of the equation.
Any questions? Okay. Number 12. The company starts out with their stock prices given by P of T equals negative 14, T squared plus 300T plus 200 for time interval 0 to 22, where T is measured in days after startup and P is measured in dollars. The company is really a front, blah, blah, blah. What is the maximum price of the stock, which occurred before the public outcry caused the stock's price to plummet, creating a legal situation in last years? Okay, so look at our equation. All right. The T is in what place? What do we normally see? What variable do we normally see where the T's are?
Time.
T represents time. What variable do we normally see where the T is?
X.
X, right? So our time is our horizontal axis. And this is going to be our Y value, right? The price is our Y value. That make sense? We only have positive time, we're not going to look at negative time, and we wouldn't have a negative price of the stock. So really, we're just looking at quadrant 1. What's the shape of this graph going to look like?
It's gonna go down because it's negative.
Parabola, right?
Yeah.
Opening down, right? How about my y-intercept?
200.
It's 200, right? It's the constant, right? So it's going to start here about 200. It's going to go up and then come down. Probably this will be 22 from the sound of the, we're looking at 0 to 22 days. And it says, what is the maximum price? Where would I find that on the graph? The vertex, right? The vertex has an X and a Y value. Which one will give me the price?
Y.
The Y, right? So we need to find the vertex. Or in this case, it's also known as a maximum, right? And I want the Y value. Grab your calculator. And we're going to put this in Y equals negative 14x squared plus 300x plus 200.
So we're gonna need y2 equals 0.
You can leave it there if you want, it don't matter. Okay, so I need to adjust my window, don't I? Because my graph should look like that. So if we go to window, what should we change our x values to? What's the minimum x value?
0.
0, right? Because that's our time. How about our maximum x value? 22, 25, somewhere around there, right? How about my y minimum?
0.
0. Y max?
Could be like more than 200.
It's got to be greater than 200, right? So what do you want to go to? 210.
300.
We're going to live dangerously here on Tuesday, huh? 210. Okay, let's hit graph. I don't think we went high enough.
300. Just to be safe.
300 just to be safe. Okay. How much? 350. You guys are crazy. 500. Holy mackerel. Okay, oh, we can start to see the beginning of the, I don't think we're close.
I thought.
2,000.
751.
751. Okay.
2,000.
22,000.
No. 2,200.
2,000. Oh, finally. Got it, okay. Alright. So now we need to find the maximum value, right? Second calc. Which one do you think we want?
5.
Number 4, maximum. Alright, what's it asking for? Left bound. So you have to move the cursor to the left-hand side of the maximum value. So that's on the left, hit enter. Now it's asking for right bound. Move the cursor over to the right-hand side. Hit enter, and then just hit enter on guess. And it says the maximum value is 10.71, comma, $18,007.14. All right, so what is our answer?
Good morning. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
Can you turn the camera off?
I pledge allegiance